All right, welcome back for what is this, episode 7? Got to be episode 7, right? Maybe 8. No, definitely 7. Episode 7 of Pokémon Red Out of Order. The last time we took on Blaine and got the Volcano Badge. We caught a few more Pokemon. We're up to 43 now, including Zapdos, the legendary Pokemon, which we managed to catch with a single Pokeball. Named Stormcrow right down here. There he is. There's our Zapdos. Oh, no wonder you couldn't use anything else. Thundershock and Drill Peck were literally his only moves. Okay, we want... I actually don't have much inventory space left. Alright, so we're down here. We are in Saffron City. Do I have my map still? No, I don't. We're down here in Saffron City, and as you can see, if I can figure out what I'm doing, as you can see, a lot of the buildings in Saffron City, well, a lot of them don't have doors, but there's a bunch of Team Rocket grunts around, and several of the buildings, the only ones we can interact with, are blocked by Team Rocket grunts. So these guys, including the gym, these guys will all go away once we chase their boss away from the Silph Company office building. The guy that's guarding that one is asleep, which is why we get to go in and take on this building. Now, I think that I'm about at level for this, because really, I was supposed to do this one between the last 2 badges that I got. You can do it earlier, but everyone's just a little bit high level. Now, I don't think there are any Pokemon to catch here. Just Team Rocket grunts to beat up. Oh wow. Oh wow, I seriously outlevel these guys. Yeah, I should be going in slightly over-leveled, but it looks like I'm going in, like, severely over-leveled. Then again, this guy has 5 Pokemon. The more Pokemon they have, the lower overall their level is. I don't know why I keep on trying to change. I don't actually want to change. I mean, Snorlax is supposed to be pretty OP anyways. Considering there's only 2 Snorlaxes in the game, only 2 chances to catch them, they're almost a legendary Pokemon. Actually, you know what I'm going to do in order to clear up some inventory space? I'm going to teach Fire Blast to Oscar. I hope I'm not going to regret that later. But now that it knows a nice, strong fire-type move, I was actually waiting to evolve him until he got to level 50, because that's when he would learn Flamethrower. But if I can just give him Fire Blast, that's good enough. And now he's like stronger than just about anything else on the team, which is good. That's a good thing. And that should be 44 Pokemon in my Pokedex now. Oh yeah, there's some scientists too. Hi, scientist. One of the things that really stinks about these early generation games, like I've been having a blast playing this. Actually, a lot more fun, I think, than playing Legends ZA, which is why I'm coming back to it to play Pokemon Red instead of Pokemon Legends right now. One of the things that and there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. I'm learning new stuff as I play sometimes. But one of the things that annoys me is how limited so many of the TMs are. Right? Because TMs can only be used one time. And most TMs you can only get one copy of. There's a handful that you can buy in the Saffron City department store, but they're mostly pretty bad. Oh, that's interesting. So, like, I looked at those ones, and really, there's very little reason to buy any of those TMs that are at the department store. People who started with Pokemon way early love pre-Gen 5 games. People who started later love post-Gen 5 games. I'd actually say that... I think that Kanto might be kind of an exception to that, just because it's been remade multiple times. So here I am playing Pokemon Red, but then there's Pokemon Fire Red, which is a third-generation game. Okay, I'm going to clear everything I can reach from the stairs first. Pokemon Fire Red is a third-generation game, which is a direct remake with some improvements. And then Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Those are also remakes, using a different engine. They're 3D remakes with a much bigger focus on catching and much lower focus on battling. There's still some battles in there, but not nearly as much. So at this point, I think that pretty much everyone knows the story and the gameplay for Red. I'm going to keep Koji here. I don't think that was necessarily the idea, because you mentioned Generation 5, Pokemon Black and White. Those were supposed to kind of be a reboot. Most of the Pokemon in Black and White are actually parallels to Pokemon in Red and Blue. For example, in Red and Blue, you've got Grimer, which eats garbage and trash and stuff. Grimer and Muck, two-stage evolution that's made out of pollution and eats pollution. Then in Gen 5, you've got Trubbish and Garbodor, which is a two-stage evolution that's made of pollution and eats pollution. In Red and Blue, you've got... Can I use your bed? Can I sleep? No? Okay. Then don't do anything. Just stand there and be pretty. In Red and Blue, you've got two fighting Pokemon that are supposed to be rivals that use different types. Or use different fighting styles. That's Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. In Black and White, you've got two fighting Pokemon that are supposed to be rivals that use two different styles. That's Sock and Throw. You've got a three-stage evolution fighting type in Pokemon Red, whose job is, or who's frequently used for construction. In Black and White, you've got a three-stage fighting type that's entirely built around construction. There's so many of these parallels. And they're very, very clear once you start looking for them. Let's see how well Surf does here. Can we actually take out a 28 Zubat with Surf? Yes! Okay. And we can definitely take out a Cubone. I mean, even Drowsy and Hypno have a parallel in the Munna line, which they're both based on tapirs or Dream Eaters, whatever those are called. I forget the Chinese name for them. Who are you? 11th floor. I forgot there's that many floors. Machop! I don't think Machop's got any special, like, at all. Oh. It's slightly stronger than I think. To be fair, Snorlax doesn't have, like, any special at all either. Why did I rest? I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Because my opponent also wasted a turn. Thank God. I wanted to use Amnesia. So that my Surf would hit harder. Oh my gosh, and it still didn't do anything. It still didn't work. Arrgh! Team Rocket's Pirates confirmed. I was actually just watching an episode of the anime where Ash and the gang thought Team Rocket were out there being pirates. Turns out it was a actual pirate crew out there pretending to be pirates. Surfing Snorlax. You think all of the Team Rocket grunts here have the same voice as Mr. Krabs? Who is this guy? That's an interesting sprite. What is this? It's a juggler? I mean, Team Rocket in the anime have been kicking around on unicycles and stuff for how long? Oh no, confusion. Wow. Mr. Mime looks like a fat old man in this version. I mean, like, more than in other versions. In other versions, he looks like a ball with legs, and this one he just looks like a fat dude. Team Rocket wanted an entertainer. You know what I've realized? Like, my poor Venusaur, because everything in here is, you know, Team Rocket is just a ton of poison Pokemon. And so, the Venusaur is just not very good against poison types. Mr. Fish isn't exactly great against electric types. Team Rocket wanted an entertainer. I mean, why not? Monkey D. Luffy, when he was assembling his pirate crew, the one thing that he insisted that he had to have was a musician. Like a cook and a musician. Everything else on the crew is optional, but you gotta have a cook and a musician. A doctor, a first mate, a navigator, optional. Cook, must have. Musician, not a crew without one. I know you don't watch One Piece. It's okay, you can read it. Oh, the second season of the live-action adaptation is coming out here in about a month, about 4 weeks. March 10th? Yeah, that's right. Reading it actually goes much faster. They'll take a single page interaction and stretch it out into like 3 minutes of animation sometimes. Well, I guess you're not allowed to laugh then. Neener, neener. The live-action adaptation of One Piece is actually, like, a surprisingly good adaptation. They significantly streamlined the series when doing it for live action, which is a dang good thing, too. I mean, the first season covered about, I think it covered like 60 episodes in only 8 episodes of live action adaptation. Like, they condensed entire arcs down to a single episode, which worked surprisingly well. They didn't really lose much. If the random guy that got stuck in a treasure chest turns out to be important in the final arc, then, that's going to be a bad thing. But meanwhile, cutting a whole episode of just meeting this guy that Luffy wants to join his pirate crew because he looks funny, that's totally okay. You think you guys developed the Master Ball, and do you think the criminals are kind of come looking for it? In the process, they also explained a lot more stuff that wasn't included or not until much, much later in the anime and manga. Like, for example, we got to meet Luffy's grandfather, Monkey D. Garp. We didn't meet him until the end of Water 7 in the anime. Water 7, still my favorite arc, but at the very end of that, in the epilogue, basically, we finally met Luffy's grandfather. In the live-action one, Luffy runs into his grandfather, I think, in the last episode of the first season, and we actually get him following, investigating this new pirate that showed up for several episodes before that, before they finally meet. Okay, I clicked too fast, but it's okay. I didn't want Lear anyways. I didn't do that move anyways. How am I a traitor? I'm not a traitor. You're the traitor. Well, if you stand for evil, then you betray justice. How about that? This guy has helped to overthrow the company and take a bunch of people hostage because he didn't like the branch that he worked at. Let's let Garlic get some experience. Garlic needs a little bit of level up. Magneton is not Steel type and is not resistant to the kind. Shitty job. I mean, he's a scientist. I always wanted to be a scientist. And to be a scientist in the Pokemon world? Okay, I'm not in the Pokemon world, and I'm not a scientist. But I pretend to be both online for content. I mean, this guy's living the dream. Shoot, I'd be happy to go to the Pokemon world and work in a McDonald's. In Russian no man's land. Okay. So this game actually... But this game actually talks about several real-world locations, which I definitely need to make a video about at some point. Because this guy talks about Takeshi or whatever in Russia. The notes about Mew say that he was found in South America. Arcanine's Pokedex entry actually explicitly mentions China. It's like, these are... And Kanto. Kanto is actually a real region in Japan. Let's pull up the Pokedex. Arcanine is number 59, so let's scroll down to 59. A Pokemon that has been admired since the past for its beauty. It runs agilely, as if on wings. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's in another Pokedex entry. Maybe it's in the blue one. But Kanto is actually based off of and named after the Kanto region of Japan. They didn't really do that with other regions, I don't think. I don't know if Johto is a real region. I mean, I know it's based off of an actual place, but I don't know if it's named Johto. But Alola isn't based off of Alola, it's based off of Hawaii. Unova is not based off of Unova, it's based off of New York. Wrap is such a good move, even if it doesn't really do that much. Not very effective. There we go, get those cuts on. Here I am, still waiting for a Pokemon game taking place in Mexico. Gosh, what was it? Pokemon Coliseum 2 Shadows of Almia or something? So far, that's the closest that you're going to get. I think they figured out that it was actually based on, like, Utah or something. But it's got kind of that, kind of like a future/Old West aesthetic, if that makes any sense at all. Ooh, piece of candy. Nope. I came over here to punch you. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen that meme that's floating around now? The, you're gonna get in trouble, okay meme. I don't know the full context, I only saw, like, a short... oh gosh. Let's try Hydro Pump. I only saw a very short video. It looked like it was, some guy walking around his high school filming, yelling, "I support ICE," or something like that. And his classmates were, like, laughing, like, "Dude, that's so dumb." And then this, like, real big guy wearing this brown hoodie or whatever walks up to him. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna punch you." He's like, "Oh, you'll get in trouble." Okay, bam, and just like lays the guy out. It's amazing. It's like, I'm sure, because they got it all on camera, so I'm sure that he's gonna end up getting suspended, possibly even arrested. But he's suddenly, for at least one day, he's become the face of resistance to ice. You're gonna get in trouble. Okay, bam. As calm as he was, though, and like the whole walking up and literally saying, "I'm going to punch you," I would totally believe it if it came out that that was a skit that they were doing or something. Okay, I'm very quickly getting to the point where I'm going to have to get out of here and heal Mr. Fish. Because like I expected, we're running low on power points here. It's not so much an issue of not having, the staying power to go through here, or enough HP or attack or whatever. I'm not getting knocked out. But I'm running out of attacks. That's one of the reasons I'm switching to garlic for like rattatas and stuff. Okay. I might just be able to use the elevator. I know there's also actually a room or a bed or something where I can rest. And I want to say I'm just looking for like a Nurse Joy that's staying next to a bed so that she can tell me to take a nap. What are you saying? Every time I see wheezing in the anime, I feel bad for it. I feel like it's just in constant pain. I better switch because I'm out of power points here. Meow is at level 41 also, so... And with Psychic, can just blast through all of these poison types, even if I wasn't over-leveled. Probably just blast through them all even if I didn't have the type advantage. I beat up one of them already. Oh, you're causing me problems. Just tell you guys to get out of the way at the gym, and I'll be on my way. I don't want to fight. Shoot. You guys are just wasting my time. Yeah, let's change. I don't actually know what floor I'm on anymore. Mega Punch! Yeah, every time coughing shows up in the anime, I feel bad for it. It just sounds like it's sick. I mean, yeah, sure, that's the point, but because it's wheezing, ha ha ha. In fact, I was complaining earlier about the TMs and stuff, and I realized that's probably why I played this game like a dozen times as a kid. Because I was like, oh no, I need this TM move on this Pokemon, but I already used it on a different Pokemon. Okay, I guess I have to trade that Pokemon to a friend to hold on to and start a new save file. Yeah, why not? Doing fine. I didn't need poison powder anyways. Others I lost. Can I figure out what floor I'm on this? Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess not. My silly games. What about your silly games? Your games are sillier than mine. Oh, well, shoot. Well, yeah, the choke's easy. Look at that goofy face, though. This poor guy. He fell out of the ugly tree and hit every ugly stick on the way down. Ah, I'm on the 10th floor. I don't think I can actually see anything on the 10th floor. Like, I think I can just come up here and... Oh, there's a guy to fight. Mega Pop! Oh, never mind. Yeah, let's get Garlic some experience. Don't mess with me, I got a legendary Pokemon and a mythical one. I've also got a houseplant. Who wants a bit of my plant? Okay, they're all at least level 40. Oh, did Mr. Fish faint? No, but he's about to. Especially since there's nothing there at all. Okay, it looks like I've cleared everything that I can actually reach. Now it's time to heal. And then start working on this maze. It's a teleporter maze. There is a Pokemon Center in this town, right? I mean, I know there's a Pokemart over here. I'm actually not sure if there is one. Let's go down one more street. Mr. Psychic's house. There it is. Okay, we've got calcium, carbos, rare candy. We're going to use a couple of these. I'm going to give them to Oscar because I love him. And then the rare candies I'll put away for now. I definitely don't need it. Can't put it away then. Alright. I'm pretty sure I don't need the secret key anymore. They're also going to end up giving me the Silph Scope after I no longer have any need for it. Okay. So all of these little diamond pads, these are all teleporters. I've already been here. Don't really care. Ah, okay, new room I haven't been in before. So those two are basically worthless. They go nowhere. What is Pokémarch? This one goes to the exact same place. Hooray, okay, so all the ones on the first floor do nothing. Okay, let's kill this. This is how slow my computer is. I'm still waiting for the pop-up to load. There we go. Is this the one right next to it? Awesome, cool, useful. Well, that's something. That's something at least. That's something. I feel like I've been all over this floor now. Nope, nothing useful there. It's okay to be scared, just don't be loud. Yeah, this guy sounds like one of these modern tech bros. My Pokemon are my soldiers. They'll do anything I tell them to. Like, dude. Yeah? Do you have a card key? Can you give me one? Well, we got into a locked room. I've already checked that one. Yep, that's me. I'm the kid. I'm the baby. It just occurred to me, why do I still have Meow in front? Meow really probably doesn't need that much experience. Meow is just OP. Garlic, though, Garlic needs as much as he can get. Yeah, Sandshrews the baby. Let him get ticked off. I could beat him with random inputs. Is this back at, like, the first floor? It is. Yeah, I know. I'm teleporting for no reason. There's a reason for it. Just want to check back here and see if there's an item. There it is. Now I can go into all those rooms. And this guy's butt is in the way. Darn your butt! Now I should be able to just open every door. There's the lady. The one that'll let me take a nap. Oh. Oh, okay, that means I'm right in front of the boss, doesn't it? Ah, come on. That's because I'm amazing. Yeah, I know. The same age that we're supposed to. I don't know, the way this guy says that he supports Team Rocket more than he supports Silph, for some reason it's got me thinking of an Invincible villain. Now, think of this guy. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. It's something about being a dinosaur. So imagine a T-Rex, right? Okay, wait. Imagine the Hulk, except instead of the Hulk being a smart guy. Oh, hey! Are you working with Team Rocket? Wait, dude, you really want to go there? Okay, let's go there. No, so imagine the Hulk, right? But instead of being a smart, skinny guy that turns into a giant, muscular brute, it's a average Joe that turns into a giant, super muscular, super genius dinosaur anthro. And instead of changing when he becomes enraged, like the Hulk, he changes when he becomes indifferent. Because apparently this giant dinosaur thing is outraged by how indifferent mankind is against how indifferent mankind is about the devastation that we're causing to planet Earth. And so he's, as a villain, he's, really effective because he's like flooding major cities in order to cut down pollution. Like, oh yeah, there won't be any pollution if everybody's dead. And I think he manages to... Oh shoot, I forgot to see what he's coming out with. Oh well, Oscar will take it out. And he manages to, like, nuke Las Vegas. All of Las Vegas just gone. So that he can turn the entirety of Las Vegas into one giant solar panel in order to power, like, half the United States. It's like, okay, number one, you're getting rid of all the people in pollution and waste of Las Vegas. Where is Mr. Fish? Getting rid of all the pollution and stuff in Las Vegas. You're getting rid of all of the, like, drainage that, Las Vegas has to get water from miles and miles away. And he's powering half of the United States with a clean energy supply. No, he's not turning people into dinosaurs. He's, like... He's basically saying, look, one of the easiest ways to deal with pollution is going to be just kill everybody. I'm going to go boot out the Elite Four. Well, not quite. Nice. Thank you for the Lapras. Oh, because, yeah, I'm supposed to do this before I surf out to Cinnabar. Oh, good, he wasted a turn. Oh my gosh. With the missing attacks, my gosh. Really? That much off? Ah, boy. See, in this version, Marowak looks like a detective to me. Like, if you look at its forward-facing arm, the one that isn't holding a bone, it kind of looks like it's wearing like a trench coat. I don't know. I've always got that impression. And its tail would be the tail of the trench coat. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I can just beat Giovanni, like, hands down, no issues. We meet again. This is our first time. Ah, right, because I'm supposed to have. I didn't do it, but I'm supposed to have gone to the Rocket Game Corner earlier. I didn't, because I decided to come and beat him up instead. I think after 3 amnesias that Koji is probably going to sweep. Oh good, he wasted a turn. Harden? No. I don't think he needs Harden. See, Kangaskhan's here because it looks like a ground type. Or something. Body slammed a baby. Who... Wasn't there a character in DC Comics that, like, decided that he was going to fight the Batman by taping a bunch of kids to his body? Like a bunch of babies? And he's just like, haha, you can't fight me because if you punch me, you're going to hurt the babies. Like, is that Kangaskhan's fighting strategy? Is that her style? Koji, are you going to sweep? Oh, that was a critical hit. Koji might actually get paralyzed from this. Nope. Good setup and sweep, Koji. I must go, but I shall return. Okay, let's look at the computer. Oh, hey! Oh, because if my inventory is full and he tries to give me... If he tries to give me my reward for rescuing them all and I can't take it. I'm rich, I can give you anything. Have a single Pokeball. Be quiet about using it. Okay, I am going off to Cinnabar Island to clone it. I'm gonna make a couple hundred. So it actually is a prototype, because in this game there is a small but actually extant possibility that the Master Ball fails, that you throw it and you just don't catch the Pokemon. The reason for it is because the Pokeball, or the Master Ball, still does a catch check. And there's like a 1 in 10,000 chance that that check will actually hit like the lowest possible value and fail. Yeah, so imagine like this. Imagine that when you throw a Pokeball, to see if you catch a Pokemon, it'll roll, or it'll generate a random number between 1 and 10,000. All right? If the number that it gets is lower than the number that you need to catch the Pokemon, which is determined by how low its HP is and what kind of status conditions it has, and which type of ball you're using, then if your rate is higher than that, then you catch it. But if it's lower, then you fail. It's possible to get a 0. And if you get a 0, no, it's like 1 out of 1,000. It's a low enough chance that if it happened to you and you went and told your friends on the playground, they wouldn't believe you. In later generations, they fixed it by simply making the Master Ball skip the catch check. I thought I had an extra Pokédoll for her, but I guess not. Okay, so now there's no one in front of the gym. Oh crap, it's that one. Okay, so let's go and knock out this gym. I mean, the thing that's going to keep me from reaching her is all these silly warp panels. You know, come to think of it, I'm not actually sure where to catch Slowpoke. Like, I don't think that I've run into one in the wild in this playthrough. Slowbro is actually a phenomenal Pokemon. It actually looks kind of cool in that particular sprite. But it's a phenomenal Pokemon because it actually already has pretty high special stats. And it learns Amnesia, which allows it to become an absolute powerhouse. You get a couple of Amnesias on a Slowbro, and it is not going to get knocked out. I think that guy down there is the one I just beat. You say power's not enough. No, actually it is. So, here's the thing. In first generation, there's only 2 types that are actually super effective against Psychic. Those 2 types are Ghost and... those 2 types are Ghost and Bug. Now, most of the Bug-type Pokemon that you're going to find are those early route ones like Beedrill and... oh, that's going to hurt. Like Beedrill and Butterfree. And they have really low stats, so they get knocked out by Psychic types before they can really effectively do anything. On top of that, the only actual decent Bug-type move in the entire game is gosh, what is it? Drill run? Drill shot? Whatever. It's a Pin Missile. That's it. And it only gets learned by 2 Pokemon. Beedrill, which, again, really low stats, not very good, and Jolteon, which is fast, but doesn't get a same type attack bonus. What that translates to is they're effectively not weak against Bug because there's just no bugs that can hurt them. And then Ghost types are also super effective against them, but Ghost types only have there's only 1 Ghost type family in the game. All 3 members of that Ghost type family have Poison as a secondary type, which makes them weak to Psychic. And there's only 2 or 3 damaging Ghost type moves. Lick, which does laughably low damage, and Nightshade, which I think does damage based on the Pokemon's level. So, can't even do super effective damage. If you're level 40, it does 40 damage. Maybe I'm thinking of a different move, but I'm pretty sure that's Nightshade. So Psychics in this game have basically no weaknesses. Yeah, I'm going to switch out to Stormcrow. On top of that, Dragon type is very similar. The only type that Dragon is weak to is... the only types that Dragon is weak to are Dragon and Ice. But, once again, there's only one dragon type move that does damage, and it always does an exact number of damage, no super effectiveness. Which means that the only thing that hits dragons for extra damage in this game is ice type. Fortunately, it hits them for a lot, because... that's the one I want to go up. Fortunately, it hits them for a ton, because the only dragon type of note, there's only one family, is Dragonite, which is dragon flying type, and flying is also weak to ice, so it takes just an absolutely absurd amount of damage from an ice beam. Well, that's just annoying. Ha! Oh, I broke out of everything. You're sitting here trying to shut me down, and I just got through. She will not go to sleep. He's not very smart, but he will absolutely only sleep when he feels like it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, see, that one did exactly 34 damage. It did exactly the same damage as that Ghastly's level. The other one? Yes, there's Nightshade. Thank you for confirming that for me, Miss Channeler. I'm tired of these haunters and sleep and junk. Yeah, I think the only other damaging ghost type attack is Lick, which is like a base 40 attack. It's like Tackle. And it might... This game might actually have those misprogrammed. Like, it might just not do super effective damage at all. Gosh, with the Ghastlies again. Oh, right, and as a ghost type attack, Lick doesn't actually affect Koji because he's normal type. Normal and Ghost don't interact. Fighting and Ghost also don't interact. Have you ever tried punching a cloud? Or have you ever had a cloud try punching you? Oh. Yeah, normal and Ghost just don't touch each other. I always feel like I'm cheating whenever I play the Poké Flute like this. Like, oh, I've got unlimited awakenings. I can use rest and only sleep for one turn. Oh gosh. I really thought that after 2 amnesias that would just, you know, KO the Haunter. It never occurred to me I'd need 2 surfs for that. Okay, I feel like I'm running out of trainers to beat up in here. I don't care how smart you are, you ain't gonna stick around once a Snorlax falls on you. Yeah, I'm running out of power points all around. Well, I'm running out of power points like on Koji. Hmm. Psybeam's gonna do decent damage on Garlic. Wow, so much for decent. Okay, so every time I was doing before, I stayed on the same side that I was already on. So I'm just going to do the same thing, stick to the side that I spawn on. There we go. Sabrina looks kind of weird with like red or yellow, I guess, hair. Because she clearly has black hair in the sprite. Right? We're amnesing. Holy mackerel. That actually might be a KO. That's a double critical hit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so much for Koji. Oscar, your turn. You are fresh for the fight. In later games, Bite is a dark type attack, which does a lot of damage, does super effective damage to Psychic. They did nerf Psychic by making another type that can do super effective damage on it. I'm pretty sure that Oscar can sweep here anyways. Okay, send me a bug. Is this the Venomoth that I thought that Koga had? Alakazam might outrun me, but I think if I get a... Yeah. Oh, hey, okay. Yeah, I don't think it can recover enough to ignore the takedown. Yeah, Oscar sweeps. Everybody's psychic. Okay, so according to Sabrina... Oh, shoot. Is there... Please tell me she's... Oh, she doesn't have an easy way out. Ah. Okay, I just have to, like... make my way across or something? This is annoying. Ah, this should get me out. There we go. That is not the Pokemon Center. Okay, so we have 45 Pokemon. I'd like to get that up to 50 tonight. So what are we missing? I think... Yeah, there are areas where I can catch a Pidgeotto. There are areas where I can catch a Raticate. I never caught a Spearow? I caught an Ekans, but not an Arbok. Sandshrew I don't think is in this one. I never caught a Nidoran female. I never caught a Jigglypuff? Or a Zubat. Well, not so much grinding time, but I got a little bit of time here, so I'm going to just try to catch a few Pokemon that I don't have registered yet. Mankey would be good. No, he's in that rock tunnel. Rock tunnel's annoying. I haven't got a Geodude. Oh, Slowpoke's only in that one area, no wonder. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I can go and try to catch a Ghastly real fast, because apparently I never did. Because I can't actually see Ghastlies. There is a distinct possibility of running into a Mankey in here. It'd be nice if that turned out that was the first thing I ran into. Nope, I've already got an Ekans, don't need him. Yeah, it's actually possible that I'll need the Silph Scope in order to be able to see Ghastly. And I've never gotten the Silph Scope. So, like, I don't know if they'll still show up as ghosts, or it's possible that after chasing off Marowak's ghost, it's possible that they just won't spawn at all anymore. I also don't know if they spawn on this floor at all. Oh, hey! Okay. Yeah, oh, okay, I still can't see them. Yeah, that's why I haven't caught a Ghastly, because I literally cannot see Ghastly. Never what at all? Never caught a Ghastly? Well, not in this playthrough. Come on! Show me a Pokemon! Hey, there's a Mankey. I don't know why I did that. Pokemon Key. That's 46. Actually, let's see. Chew, Bellsprout, Graveler, Hypno. Yep. One place to get Hypno, or one place to get Drowsy, and it's right over there. Nope, don't want to talk to the Machop. So this one area over here is the only place where you can find a Drowsy. Which I would like to find if one would ever show up. That's an Ekans. Several places you can get that. Already caught one. Another Ekans. There's the Drowsy. Just flailing at each other here. I thought maybe I had some regular Pokeballs here. So that should be 47. There's actually a distinct possibility of running into a Spearow here. But I've also got that, hey, there's a Spearow. So we're going to catch a Spearow. That'll be 48. And then we'll head over to Pewter City. And revive the Helix fossil. That'll be 49. There we go. And then, I mean, I guess I can check and see if I've got a Tangela yet. Unless I run into a Dugtrio in the Diglett Tunnel. So I don't actually know if Dugtrio spawns. I'm pretty sure it does in later generations. But I don't know if it does in this one. Speak of the Dugtrio and he shall appear. That's actually significant damage. So I'm keeping Garlic in here like I'm going to get experience for catching this Dugtrio. But that doesn't happen in this game. You don't get experience for catching Pokemon in this one. I think that they did fix that around Gen 7 or 8. I think they fixed it in like, I'm pretty sure that it was fixed by the time Sun and Moon came out, because I remember getting experience for that. Yep. So it doesn't actually matter if I put my highest level Pokemon out here, because that just gives me immunity from Dig. And Sand Attack isn't going to change the accuracy of my Pokeballs. You know what I haven't picked up yet is Old Amber, and I'm not sure where I would get that. And that's 49. And that's apparently the first Dugtrio I've seen. So this tunnel is conveniently placed right next to Lieutenant Surge's gym, to the electric gym. And these Diglets are close to the right level to go after that gym. So it's like they kind of are there as a gimme, like, oh no, I didn't catch a Geodude, or I caught one and I never leveled it up. Well, that's just fine. You can catch a brand new Pokemon to attack the gym with. Oh man, you know what's wild? So we are most of the way through the game, and I'll bet that that one guy is still over there blocking us from leaving this town. I'll bet if I go over there, he's going to be out there waiting to say, hey, sorry, you can't leave town until you fight Brock. Moonstone. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a Helix fossil, right? Yeah, I think I think that's just gonna put it right in my box. I want to go over there. I want to talk to the scientisty guys. Wait. Nothing. Look door, research side. Oh, there's the old Amber. Wait, this isn't the lab? Hmm. Where's the lab then? Or actually, can look, this guy's still here. And I follow him on the bike now. Oh, this was never supposed to happen. Okay. Color me wrong. I don't actually know where the lab is that'll resurrect these Pokemon. Maybe it's on Cinnabar Island? Okay, let's see. I could evolve something or catch a Tangela. I know there's a Tangela down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to catch a Tangela. Ah. Honestly, the easiest one to evolve here should be a Neater and Male. No. Why do I have an extra Neater and Male? Is this a Kakuna? Yes. Yeah, a Kakuna is probably the easiest thing to evolve. But I'm going to take it down to Pallet Town, where there's actually some grass. And try to catch a Tangela while I level it up. And by the way, it wasn't intentional, but I think that my trainer name actually allows me to find the best version of Missing No. Oh shoot, I could have just gone west there and looked for a frickin' Nidoran female. Alright, so the way that you remember last time, or 2 episodes ago, I was screwing around over in Cinnabar Island, right? And what I was doing, I was surfing along the coast, just like this. And it was actually spawning Pidgeys and Tangelas and stuff for me to fight and catch in the water. So what's actually happening there was it was loading this patch of grass that I'm in right now. So every patch of grass, or every area, every route, and every city has a couple of different catch tables. This Tangela, this is in Pallet Town's grass catch table. So anytime I'm in grass in Pallet Town, I can run into Tangela. Since Pallet Town is the last place that I was in with a grass catch table, that one strip of land counts as a grass catch area for some reason. That was annoying. Which means that since I hadn't run into any other areas, and since there's no actual grass or catch table for grass on Cinnabar Island, it pulls from the last area I was in, which is this patch right here. It's Pallet Town. Now, a lot of cities don't actually have... Does Leech Seed just not work on grass types? I think maybe Leech Seed just doesn't work on Tangela. I'm going to try Poison Powder, and then just keep trying Leech Seeds after. So most towns don't actually have a grass table because there's no grass in them. But there's a special deal that takes advantage of that in Viridian City. And that is, if you were paying very close attention at the beginning of the game, you couldn't go past this one guy that was passed out on the road because... in the English versions at least, he didn't have his coffee yet, and so he wouldn't wake up and get out of the way. That guy is the guy who gives you the tutorial on how to catch Pokemon. In order to do the tutorial, the way they programmed it, it replaces your sprite with the old man sprite, and it replaces your name with the old man's name, which is just Old Man. In order to make sure it doesn't lose your name, it actually stores your trainer name in the Viridian City grass catch table. There's no Pokemon there, so it just stores your name there so it can get it back to you after that cutscene. So if you go and have this guy give you the tutorial again, and then fly straight to Cinnabar Island, the Pokemon that show up on that one coast are based on your name. Because the catch table it's drawing from is an empty catch table that contains your name. And if the third letter of your name happens to be M, then you can get the Missing No that gives you the infinite item glitch. Yeah, because there's actually a whole bunch of different missing no's. So don't get caught up on M being missing no. There's actually another missing no that's just named M, and that is, I think, the worst one that you can find, because that's the one that was famous for erasing people's save data. Yeah, so here's the thing. Not only are there multiple missing no's, like there are 105 different ones. I'm under a third of Tangela's HP, so I should have the maximum catch rate now. So there are 256 slots for Pokemon, and only 151 are filled. Maybe 255 slots, because the 256 would be just 0. It'd be empty. And okay, we got 50 there, and while I'm here, I might as well try to get that one guy up to level 10. Shouldn't be hard. So those extra 105-ish slots, if you manage to get the game to load one of those 105 as an encounter, then that's an encounter that does not have a Pokemon or a sprite associated with it. That's why it's a missing number, a missing no. Some of those spots are actually used as placeholders in order to save some data. Oh, hey, I need Eradicate too. Some of those spots are used as placeholders. So, like, if I had paid to go into that museum a few minutes ago, then I could. Oh, I don't have Leech Seed anymore. I used it all up. I'd be able to see I think an Ammonite shell and a Kabutop skeleton. And the reason I'd be able to see those is because the sprites are actually stored on a Pokemon ID number. So if you can get the game to actually load that encounter number, then you can fight a skeleton Kabutops. This is one of the reasons I think that there were schoolyard rumors about like zombie Pokemon and stuff like that, because some people actually could have that happen. Because there's missing data. Some of the data was actually removed. There were several Pokemon that were cut from this game. Let's get Koji out there. He can... Yeah, there are several Pokemon that were cut from this game. For example, Raichu was supposed to evolve. It was originally a 3-stage Pokemon line. And for Raichu, we actually have a sprite of the back of its evolution's head and a name. It was going to be Gorochu. The sprite didn't make it into the game, but people have managed to recover it from like early betas or possibly from a giant leak. Yeah, Gorochu. And it was supposed to look pretty tough. It had like fangs and horns and kind of looked like a Japanese thunder demon. Zubat. Zubat was actually supposed to be the second of 3 stages. So you were supposed to catch something smaller than Zubat that would evolve into Zubat. Vulpix also. There was like a baby fox that was supposed to be before Vulpix. And a lot of these Pokemon never got used again, but a few of them got pulled very near the end and moved into Pokemon Gold and Silver. So Shuckle, for example. There's a missing no. There's a missing no that's actually identified as missing no Shuckle. It isn't Shuckle. It doesn't have Shuckle's sprite or anything. But it's in the spot that Shuckle was supposed to be. So there are actually several glitches that take advantage of accessing very specific missing no's, and so if you were to like look up glitch guides and stuff, they talk about things like missing no Shuckle, and you're like, what is that? And I think maybe the way that they figured out that these were supposed to be those Pokemon is that maybe they traded them. Maybe they traded those missing no's into Gold and Silver, and it ended up being an actual Pokemon. It ended up actually being Shuckle instead of missing no. I actually need Pidgeotto. I'm not... Oh, wait. Hey. Okay, that didn't work. Apparently there's also an issue. I kind of want to test this one out. Apparently there's also a bug where you can use Pokemon as evolution stones. I'm not sure how it works, but certain Pokemon, for whatever reason, end up being counted similar to evolution stones in the data. So if you score a KO with that Pokemon while gaining enough experience for the Pokemon that you want to evolve using a Firestone to level up, then that Pokemon will level up, see the whatever Pokemon counts as a Firestone, and evolve. And I definitely don't know them off the top of my head, like what any of them are, except that I was really kind of tickled to see Growlithe on the list. Because apparently Growlithe counts as a Thunderstone. Gonna send out Oscar and gonna get whirlwinded away. No, okay. Gonna hit me a couple of times and then whirlwind me away. Gotta try at least. Come on, let's get needles to 10. Now we're fighting stuff that's way above his, way out of his league, so he's gonna level up real fast. I am actually surprised it's taking this long. I thought it would be like 3 fights. Good ol' Hyper Fang. I'll just use regular old Bite. Special move, Serious Bite. Alright, and with Needles evolving, that is pretty much going to be the end of this session. I'm just gonna surf my way back up to my house. Mom is healing. And I will save, of course. Yes, thank you. So we now have 52 Pokemon in the Pokedex. And the reason that's important is because I remember running into one of Professor Oak's assistants who said that he will give me an experience share once I have 50 Pokemon in my Pokedex. That way all my Pokemon can level up together. So that is done. Next time, save again just to be sure. Next time we will go after, oh gosh, I don't know. Who's next on the list? Erica? Erica can be number 5. Yeah, Erica can be number 5, and we'll also see about tackling the Seafoam Islands at the same time. So, thank you once again for joining me, and I will smell you later. Alola.